youtube.com/MugenLord. Subscribe to the channel for gaming news, updates, discussion, and live streams. Signing off.
Hey guys, MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. And today I want to just share with you guys what games I'm looking forward to in 2020. Now, I forgot to mention, like near the end of 2019, I was going to make a video of a list of games that I were excited for in 2019 and did they meet my expectations, and I was going to make a separate list of games that disappointed me in 2019. So I'm still considering whether or not I should make that video. I'm not sure if it's too late, if you guys are interested in it, but definitely let me know in the comment sections below. But let's dive into the video. Now, we all do know that this year next generation consoles is on the horizon. We have the PS5 and we have the Xbox Series X that's coming out this year, and I'm really looking forward to see what both Sony and Microsoft is going to do. From what we have heard from the rumors and a little bit of information that Sony had put out and Microsoft themselves had put out, they're pretty much letting us know that these consoles are going to be powerhouses, which means we're going to be definitely getting some games that's going to take advantage of the horsepower of these consoles. But besides that fact, there are also other titles that's going to release this year for current generation consoles, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. So let us dive right into it. First and foremost, this is going to be a hectic year in 2020. There's a few titles that was going to end up landing on the same exact months, but they end up spreading them out. So there's been a lot of delays for a couple of these games. So let's just say that one of the games that's been delayed that everyone should know, everybody's been anticipating, and that's Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game was supposed to launch in March, which is pretty much next month, but now has been pushed to April, which is fine because there's so many other titles that was supposed to land in within the first 3 months, and I'm glad that we'd be able to spread them out, because March was going to look ridiculous, but definitely April was going to look ridiculous, and I was going to be looking to spend over probably almost $200 in April to get some of these titles, but now they're definitely spreading them out. So yes, Final Fantasy VII is a game that's very close and dear to my heart. I've played it ever since it launched, way back on the PS1. I was in 4th grade when Final Fantasy VII had launched, and it's been one of my favorite role-playing games, JRPGs of all times, besides Final Fantasy Tactics and a few other RPGs, which I'll leave that for another video. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is something that I'm anticipating. They most definitely have my attention. Now, I know there's controversy surrounding this title of how they're going to distribute, I guess you could say, the entire game. They're still talking about this game is going to be episodic, that this game is going to be broken into episodes. But more and more that I look into this game and what they reveal with the most recent trailer is that, is this game really a remake? They're really like taking and putting a lot of effort and changing things up quite a bit, because this game is really old. So if you haven't really played the game before, whatever like that, or if you have played the game or whatever like that, they do want to not only make this game appealing to people, to this newer generation, they also still want to make this a fresh experience for fans who've been playing Final Fantasy VII for years. So I'm quite excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, and them pushing it back into April is quite fine with me. I reserved the game. I think that's the deluxe, if I can remember, of the game as well, which comes with the Chocobo summon and a few other things and stuff like that. But this game is definitely something that I'm going to be fiending on. And also, I may do some videos if you guys are interested in me, covering, some gameplay videos or giving my opinions of the overall game once the game is released. Definitely let me know in the comment section below, because I would definitely love to, expound more or expand more into the RPG genre in this channel as well. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts. Another game I'm looking forward to too is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for the Nintendo Switch. I was waiting for that. It's the remastered edition as well. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles was supposed to release in February of this year, but they had pushed it back, I believe, into the summer of 2020. So yes, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is another important Final Fantasy game to me as well, because it was one of the titles where Final Fantasy had finally returned back with Nintendo. That's where Nintendo and Microsoft has pretty much had mended their relationship with each other, trying to get things right with each other once again, ever since they had the dispute back during the SNES days, and when Sony would just abandon Nintendo and went to Sony. but Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is that representation of them partnering back up together. And what I liked about Crystal Chronicles was the gameplay, the elements that it had. It focused very much on cooperative play. I'm more of a cooperative player than I am a competitive player, and that was a game that I really enjoyed playing with my brothers and my cousin. The thing that held the game back was the fact is that in order for you to get the full experience of cooperative play, you had to get the Nintendo Game Boy Advance converter or adapter that allows you to use the Game Boy Advance as a controller for the Nintendo GameCube. Now, luckily for me, my brother, Keel Lancer, DX Strike, and then my cousin, Dave, we had our own adapters, individual adapters, our own individual Game Boys, so we was able to experience that. But I can see that a lot of players wouldn't have that opportunity or have that privilege to do that, because it is very expensive, because you have to have 4 Game Boys Advances and then you have to have 4 adapters. But once you had your hands on that, it was one hell of an experience. And even though this held it back, it was quite fun. But I do love the fact now that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, which means you have your own Switch console. And I still love the fact is that I get to use a controller now, because in single player gameplay of Crystal Chronicles, you was able to use the GameCube controller, but it wasn't as fun as because you didn't have that cooperative experience. Now that it's coming out for the Nintendo Switch and also mobile devices, but we're going to just say it's the Nintendo Switch because that's the version that I'm getting. That now you have your own controller, so I get to use my Pro controller when the game launches and everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And they also added some English voiceovers. I heard that there's going to be some additional dungeons, there's going to be some alternate costumes and stuff like that. So it's not just a remaster with no additional things added to the game. They actually added some extra features to it and everything too, to make it feel somewhat fresh. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So another game that I'm also anticipating, and it's kind of funny, is like a lot of these are remakes and stuff. I'm looking forward to Trials of Mana remake. Now, I do have the Trials of Mana collection right here, if I can find it right here. Yeah, the collection of Mana. Actually, I have this for the Nintendo Switch as well, which it comes with Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy Adventure, and it also comes with the original Trials of Mana. If you guys don't know, Trials of Mana is pretty much the 3rd game in the Secret of Mana series, which never came here in the United States back during the SNES. It only stayed exclusively to Japan. So the thing was, when we finally got the Trials of Mana part of the collection, which came to the United States, they also announced at E3 that there's also going to be a remake. So we're getting a remake of a title that's just recently came here to United States, part of a collection. Now we're getting a remake, and I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Like, the thing is, Square is really experimenting with a lot of their old franchises in like their JRPGs, which I grew up with as a kid, and now they're pretty much experimenting with them, remastering them or remaking them, and I'm really digging that, because I have Secret of Mana remake. Now, I've played that, I reviewed it, you can check it out on my channel. I really enjoyed it and stuff, but now looking at Trials of Mana remake, I kind of wish they went back and did Secret of Mana in that same vein. But I think that was them testing the waters and see how the audience gauged it, and they decided to push forward and go pretty much harder on Trials of Mana. And so I'm definitely looking forward to this. And they have also decided to release this game as well in April, which is, like I said, it's going to be quite crowded. It's gonna be a quite crowded April, man, and I'm looking forward to it because I can't wait to get my hands on it. This game also inspires multiple different game replays. Is because you have multiple different characters, multiple different protagonists, and you can mix and match the protagonists in the story and how they connect and they intertwine with each other and their different perspectives and stuff. So you would have to play the game multiple times to get the different perspectives, which I think is pretty cool, pretty awesome, and I would love to definitely cover that on my channel as the game gets closer to its launch, and maybe I can put some gameplay up and stuff. But definitely let me know in the comment sections below whether or not you want to see content like that here on this YouTube channel. Next game that I'm looking forward to, which is Resident Evil 3 remake. This is another game. This game releases in April. So not only do we have Trials of Mana, we have Final Fantasy 7 remake, and now we also have, on top of that, Resident Evil 3 remake. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is something that I'm also looking forward to, because this is also goes back to my heydays as a young gamer. Resident Evil played also an important a part of my life growing up as a young boy and as a gamer in general. It's like these games that I mentioned revolutionized gaming and made the current genres that we're playing right now so popular today. You know, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis was something that really got me shook up, but I continued to play through it and I enjoyed it. And Resident Evil 2 remake was awesome as well. So I just anticipating the fact is that now we're going over to Resident Evil 3. I wonder what they're going to do. Now the thing is, another thing that they said, that the developer said for Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, is that they're not going to go beat for beat similar to what they did with Resident Evil 2 remake. This one, they're going to add a bit more story elements to it, gameplay elements to it, and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to see what they're switching up here, what new additional things that's going to be added into the plot or whatever like that. So they're trying to keep it fresh. So I'm saying, to this point, is it actually a remake? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to this game. Jill, like I said, one of my waifus, you haven't checked out my top waifu tier list or whatever, definitely check that out. I'll post that in the card as well, but she's on that list. All right, so another game that I'm looking forward to is Cyberpunk. Was it 2070 or 2075 or 20? Yeah, I think it's 2075. I can't remember. I'm always messing that up, but I'm definitely looking forward to Cyberpunk. Now the thing is, the reason why I wanted to give this game a try, it's been a very long time since I played like a more of a Western type RPG or more of a first person RPG. It's been a very long while. Those games are not my kind of games, but knowing the fact that CD Projekt Red is working on it, and if you guys don't know, I'm definitely about to pick up The Witcher 3 on Steam, because I really want to get into The Witcher. I've been hearing so much about it. I've seen the Netflix series. My brother DX Strike has the game. I've been watching him play it and stuff. And it looked like the type of game that I can sink my teeth into and really get into it. Because like I said, I'm not really into those type of role-playing games. I'm more of a JRPG type of guy. But I'm willing to give The Witcher 3 a try. And knowing the fact that CD Projekt Red is the developers behind Cyberpunk, I have a lot of faith that these guys are going to put a lot of content in it, in the base content. And that these guys are more pro-consumer more than anything, and I'm more willing to support them and just give it a try. And like I said, I love games where you're able to create your own character and embody your character and make decisions that impacts the overall aspect of the game. And I love that there's different approaches on how you can approach the game, as far as stealth, as far as interrogation and things like that. So that means each and every last player will have a different experience on how to approach each situation, which I think that's also gonna be pretty cool. And I'm definitely getting it on the PC. My brother DX Strike, Keel Lancer, is getting the game, so maybe we could have like a podcast discussion about the game as well once the game come out, with give our overall opinions, our thoughts, and how we each approach the game differently. I think that'd be pretty cool. But Cyberpunk is definitely a game that I'm seriously looking forward to, and they definitely pushed the game from April until I believe September. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below, because this is all from the top of my head at this point. But yes, I'm looking forward to that game. Cyberpunk is definitely going to be dope, and this whole lineup of this year is looking great, and we still have yet to find out what other games may release in 2020 and 2021. We do have a couple of rumored Nintendo Directs coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm also anticipating Breath of the Wild 2. Now we're hearing that it may be pushed to 2021, but for now we don't know if that's going to be a solid fact. So it could be a 2020 release, it could be a 2021 release, but let's just say if it is a 2020 release, Breath of the Wild 2, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is a game that I'm looking forward to. From the looks of the trailer and stuff, I'm getting gameplay vibes that this may be I would say cooperative, but this may be a game where we actually get to control Zelda for the first time, because it looks like that Zelda looks battle ready. She got the shorter hair, which means that she may be getting into some scuffs and she need to have her hair braided up, or if she wears a hoodie, she may, they may want to avoid clipping and everything if she happens to be a playable character and stuff like that. So I'm really getting some cooperative vibes from this game, a game where we actually get to play with Link and Zelda together in one game. So if that is the case, this is all me speculating and stuff like that. Breath of the Wild is looking to be a game that I really want to play, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And last but not least, I'm definitely looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles the definitive edition, because I did play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. and I must say that I really enjoyed the hell out of those games, and I ended up buying the Torn of the Golden Country expansion pack. I completed that as well for Nintendo Switch, and this game is responsible for reviving my love and passion for JRPGs, which I'll talk about in another video, because Xenoblade Chronicles 2 definitely needs its own video, and it wouldn't be fair to express how much I enjoyed that game in this video. So I definitely want to leave that there, but I'm definitely want to go back and play. I want to play this definitive edition of the first Xenoblade, the game that really started it all and everything. So I'm definitely want to play that. So that pretty much wraps up what I'm anticipating so far in 2020, because like I said, there's a lot of games that have yet to be announced. There's games that's that we don't know what's coming up behind closed doors and everything. So this list could also increase as well. Oh yeah, and Eastward, I'm looking forward to Eastward, which is an indie JRPG, an indie 2D sprite RPG that I'm looking forward to, that's coming to the Switch and also to Steam as well, and it has that Earthbound vibe to it as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But that pretty much wraps up this video. What games are you looking forward to in 2020? And also leave that in the comment section. If you like the video, share it, pass it around. It helps me in the algorithm. Subscribe if you like. And also, if you want to hear more of my opinion on what games that I'm looking forward to in the near future, also hit the bell to be notified. This is MugenLord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.